be the best, simple and plain. That's why I play the game. To be the best, you have to win. And that's what drives me.
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple.
Yo, what it do, good people? We back with another vid. Need y'all to like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and spam that comment section. You coming through the doors, kick your shoes off, kick your feet up. Time to get comfortable. If you with the negative energy, please exit the building. I told y'all this was gonna happen. So they're saying that Adam 22 was picked up by the feds or questioned by the feds, but we're gonna let them speak on it. We're gonna let Adam speak on what happened.
Oh, my attorney try to get him down there so Adam don't be doing no telling, bro.
Man, they saying Adam blocked up all on the blogs. What's going on?
They came and got him this morning, bro. They double back. They came by and we try and have him out because he's supposed to go live today, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to go live at 4 p.m. And the crazy thing is, Adam texts me.
They're gonna have him out by like 2:30. We can get him out by 2:30 and still make it to the building.
Adam texts me every day, and I ain't heard from him today.
Listen, bro. I sent Alex Kessel down there. He said he's gonna have him out by 2:30, right? He ain't got no nothing. He's not, he ain't no flight risk or nothing. I didn't need to, I said, Alex, just use whatever, he said, nah, he got everything he needs for this portfolio. So he should be free by 2:30. And that means he should make it back. What time are you supposed to go live today?
He's supposed to go live 4 o'clock.
Yeah, he gonna make it. He might be.
Hey, why?
He might be a little late, a little behind, but they gonna what up?
What? Why 2:30 or why not 2 o'clock?
Well, no, he just said 2:30 at the latest. So I'm telling them, shit. I'm telling them ASAP. I don't want bro sitting there a second. He don't have to, but they own him.
How is everybody getting picked up but the person that's putting out all this information and the person that's in the mix and in the middle of all this shit, man? How is Wack still out and he ain't being questioned? About
something, bro. I don't know what they own him about, but they own him about something. And I don't know if they were trying to get something out of him, but I'm pretty sure it come 4 o'clock. He gonna be here. My attorney assured me. They assured me that they're gonna definitely have him at 2:30 at the latest. So he'll be here at 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a lot to say. This shit gonna whatever comes out of Adam's mouth today, I'm sure it's gonna shake the motherfucking internet, bro. But for them, they go with him. That means it's some.
Oh yeah, you know something. You must know.
First of all, that's why Adam putting his attorney. That's why Wack getting his attorneys involved, because he the reason why all this is happening. Wack doing this to take over No Jumper. What do him and Adam really got going on? Because he only do business with people when it got something to do with money. He ain't really dealing with people just to be friends. It got to be something to do with money.
He don't do nothing, bro.
Yeah, because that's the thing a lot of people confused about. Because Adam made a post last night saying that the feds came knocking at his door. We seen him make a post and he said he's gonna be in a red Nike tech. Yeah, all right, but my thing is, what do you even think the feds could even want with Adam? Like, where does Adam even play in? But besides having people on his podcast, what would they even want from him?
Think about it. It ain't about people on the podcast because that's contractual work. A lot of times it's just on the muscle. Like we looked at Vlad. It comes down to maybe they think he has something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some footage, but Rick, maybe a lot of his shit be live. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something in the times Lou sat down with us because remember our shit ain't live, right? And I got this no edit thing unless it's like some smoking or some dumb shit in there they got to do for you guys to get monetized. But I don't know. Like Adam don't do nothing, bro. Adam don't do nothing. Adam, look, bro. Adam sit his ass in there. He just rabbit fool and be surfing the internet, looking and bringing himself, up to speed on current events. So that's all he do. He don't do. Yeah. Adam don't do. With his dog when he's there. That's it. Bro, or interview. So when he goes out with Brick or Brick goes out with him, rather, it's always like y'all went to Chicago with work. You know what I'm saying? Adam gonna do his shit back to his room. Go eat. Half the time the people doing extracurricular activities, they're gonna go to the club. Adam go back to the room. You know that, right? So I don't know, bro. Whatever it is, he definitely will be sprung today. 2:30 at the latest. That give him enough time to get back. So I'm knowing Adam, he ain't gonna give a fuck about nothing. Whatever he got on, he coming in with it. He don't give a fuck because he ain't finna he gonna talk about it. Yeah. We gonna see it. He gonna shake the neck today.
But he surrounded himself by all these street niggas. How could a white man be this comfortable around these street niggas?
Body, you listening? 4 o'clock, my word.
No,
Adam
interrogation.
will be free. My legal's on it. Shout out Alex Kessel. My legal's on it. He will be free. And 4 o'clock, I need to tune in because whatever the fuck he's talking about is gonna be crazy.
All right, well, everybody gonna be tuned in.
Remote.
What's the word?
I need you to set up, bro, how we can do my shit remote, bro. I need to fall back for a couple weeks, see what's going on, bro. Me and R&B over here,
Somebody he need to fall back. Why you need to fall back now, Wack? All of a sudden, you just in front of the cameras. Now you want to fall back.
we over in the mountains chilling out, my nigga.
Oh
So
man,
get
they
back
got you even after this. Hey, all right, well, we'll figure it
Get
out.
back with me later on.
I hate you when I get offline.
Yeah, ain't no coming in tomorrow for white, my nigga. That's out. But I'm gonna be there today, and we need to figure out what the fuck going on around here. They snatching Adam.
That's crazy, right?
Remo, doing Flacco might be next.
Remo ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing.
You heard that nigga. He just told Remo him and Flacco might be next. Now, why would he say that?
That's crazy, right?
Remo, doing Flacco might be next.
Remo ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen
Adam
nothing.
don't either. Remo, you know, you are down. You're down deeper than me. You are a partnership. You know, you really part of the no jumper structure. So, you know,
He trying to put me in. He talking about
he talking police talk. Nigga, what? Talking police talk.
Part of the shit.
You are Remo.
Rolling.
If I get the word, I'm gonna send the team to get you. You got my word.
All right, so
I'm gonna send the team.
I bet you better come through it.
That
Alright,
is
look.
when your mama catch you and your cousin doing something stupid and they just catch you, he was doing it with me.
Man, that nigga whack is crazy as well, man.
And he's sitting there smiling, cheesing. That shit crazy as hell. I got another video. There's Adam, fresh out.
Although I can speak.
And this is for fair use, YouTube commentary purposes only, fair use.
On some very, very privileged information right now that I think is going to set the internet on fire because all right, let me break this down for you. Let me break down the last 24 or so hours of my life. So I, this morning, got a colonoscopy as a result of the fact that I, for a period of time, was suffering from a condition called colitis, in which your colon becomes infected and irritated, whatever. They wanted to do a colonoscopy. This is my second time doing it. Basically, it involves you don't eat any food for 24 hours. You take a bunch of meds that make you shit. They take a camera by a large Samoan man. I don't know. I was locked up. I was knocked out, so I don't remember anything from it at all. I'm sorry, Brick. I know that this kind of goes against the nature of our relationship and everything. I wasn't supposed to let another dude hold me down like that while you were locked up. I'm so sorry. But I did that today. Anyway, yesterday, I'm sitting around the house, starving myself all day. I actually have a newfound appreciation for fasting because I do feel like I achieved some sort of mental clarity while I didn't eat food for a day. But while I'm in my house, I'm playing poker on my computer, a guy comes to my front door, and I didn't actually even know, but my girl was communicating with him through the box in the front of our house with the camera. She texts me. She says, a dude is here from the FBI, and basically he's trying to serve you with a subpoena. And so she told him, like a ride or die would, she told him, Adam's not here, and he's off at work or whatever. I forget what she told him. And so I immediately hop on the line with my lawyer. I say, what should I do? I don't want to, handle this situation wrong. Over and over and over, I've sat down with rappers or whoever who tell me about situations in which they divulge too much information to the police or whoever, and it ended up coming back to bite them. Especially something that comes to mind is like Hurricane Chris, who caught a body that was blatantly self-defense. As soon as the cops come, he airs out his whole situation and ends up coming back to haunt him because the state ends up trying him. So if he had not made all those statements to the cops right after he killed this dude, then it for sure would have been a way easier case for him to beat. Now, that being said, I'm not really that worried because I know that I myself haven't been involved in any criminality, but I figured I would have my lawyer take care of it. So my lawyer reaches out to the guy who came to my door. She assures me that she's going to be able to ask the FBI agent a handful of questions, and from that information be able to ascertain, is Adam in trouble? Is Adam going to be, forced to hand over a crazy amount of information? Because that was kind of lingering around in my head. Is like, God, it's going to be a huge pain in the ass if they want to confiscate all the computers and everything in here. We're going to have to buy a bunch of computers. Where's the furnace? Start the furnace up, guys.
I don't know. I was considering that. I've not destroyed any information for the right. But this is the thing that my lawyer comes back to me with.
Nah, he should have never said that. Nah, he should have never said that on camera.
She said the feds were interested in one thing and one thing only. Because in my head, I'm thinking they're going to want copies of the podcasts that Brick or Luce were on. They're going to want to make sure that there wasn't anything in those podcasts that was edited out. Now, anybody who knows me and No Jumper knows that we really don't like to edit things out. So the only stuff we're editing out is if it's like a 4-alarm fire, like, yo, we need to take this out. So I don't think there's ever been something that Brick or Luce told us that they needed us to edit out. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Luce Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death. Woo! Now, that situation is very much outside of what was mentioned in the indictment. In the indictment, there's nothing about Nipsey. There's nothing about any of that stuff. So this to me is kind of massive because it makes me feel like, oh, the FBI is.
But how did Wack know that Adam was going to have something explosive to say when he got out? Like, how?
Interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be, which to me seems gigantic. I don't know why that cease and desist is not going to help them prosecute Brick Baby or Loose Cannon or anybody else. But the fact that they're interested in that, to me, adds quite a bit of credibility to the argument that perhaps Nipsey Hussle's death was a more complicated situation than than it appears to be.
Well, isn't that when this
gave it to him?
Isn't
We did hand it over, yeah.
isn't this when that
I mean, really, like,
So it's safe to say you the feds.
I'm happy to help the feds with talking about a document that we have previously discussed.
You heard him say he happy to help the feds.
Say you the feds.
I'm happy to help the feds with talking about a document that we have previously discussed on here over and over, and which doesn't implicate anybody that I know or whatever. It's it's not like I know about Big U doing something illegal. Big U did something perfectly legal by sending over a document to us asking us to remove a piece of content. Now, for the record, it doesn't mean that this means that there's a full scale investigation into Big U's involvement.
So you don't feel like you played no part in them getting booked at all?
No,
like with the shit they said up here and you clipping it up. I mean, I get you live and people might be able to screen record, but some of the shit these niggas are saying, you sit back, like even the feds probably like, I can't believe like these niggas is this dumb. Well, then you clip it up to reiterate what they said.
My attitude is basically, if somebody comes on the podcast and they want to live their truth, they want to talk about the things that they've been through, then it's none of my business to dig through each podcast and figure out what's criminal, what might come back to get them. Because let's be real, this is hip hop where.
Well, you mean what's criminal? The shit they come out their mouth, you can tell there's some criminal shit. You know about. You do your homework, Adam. Stop acting stupid.
A huge percentage of people's lyrics, songs, etc., are basically putting them in the mix and acknowledging that they've been involved with crimes. And when I'm sitting there and Loose Cannon's saying, because keep in mind, this is my first time even understanding that Big U might have had any involvement in any street stuff. Still, when Loose Cannon's sitting there and saying, yeah, me and Big U went to this weed spot and we got all this money out of them, and then Big U didn't split the money up fairly and yada yada. I'm sitting there thinking, Big U's on that. Like, I had no idea that Big U would have been doing anything that could be.
First of all, you hang with Whack 100. Whack told you all the shit Big U been into, so you can't sit here and try to play dumb now.
Considered extortion or payments for checking in, whatever. In retrospect, I feel a little naive since he did call his podcast that and he was talking about the checking in process pretty openly.
He talked about on the
at the end of the day, we understand the bottom line is the money. So at the end of the day, like you just said, if they come on here and you ask them certain questions and they're dumb enough to speak on that, yeah, it's partly their fault, but you don't think the questions you ask are strategically bringing certain things about them?
Well, it's not like I could have even asked about that since I didn't know anything about that. They just started talking about
it. Like, who are y'all talking about?
No, look, see, me, I'm talking about Brick. Now, as far as guests that come on.
But he know that they coming on this podcast to say the shit that they saying because him and Wack got a mutual agreement on certain shit, and Wack tell him what they gonna talk about before they get on the podcast. This ain't nothing that he don't know already. Wack already fill him in on all the info.
On and willingly tell on themselves, that's 100% on them.
Okay,
I don't blame platforms for dumbasses coming on the internet where the police are watching every platform everywhere and telling on crimes they committed. They're idiots.
Understandable, but did you read Brick's indictment?
I'm not reading through none of that shit. But basically what I'm saying is, regardless of if anything he said on this show was in the indictment or not, some of the shit he said, if that's my boy, like if my brother was to say some shit like that, hey bro, you got to stop talking about shit like that, or I'm not even putting it up. Like, nigga, you just said some federal shit. I'm gonna edit that shit out before we put the clip out. I'm not just gonna be like, oh fuck it, it is what it is. He dumb enough to do it. If this is my boy, see, there's a difference between I'm calling this my homie, my friend, like Adam calls Brick, or some idiot that just comes up here and wants to go viral. Yeah, I caught 11 hats. Okay,
he calling Adam out on that shit. How could you call them your friends and shit like that, knowing they coming up here and they telling on themselves? If that was your friend, you'd be like, nah, dog, I can't put this out because this is some federal shit, man.
Hey, you stupid as fuck.
But I think part of it is the fact that, when Brick comes on here and says, I'm putting kill squads in the street, or I got more bodies than you guys squabbles.
That's what I was getting. That was crazy.
Bro, he don't mean that shit.
It doesn't matter.
That's for entertainment purposes.
When he goes to court, they can still bring that type of shit
But my thing is that when I hear Brick say something like that, and of course I assume that Brick has never killed anybody, but when he says that kind of thing, I assume he's doing marketing because he knows that the aura.
But he claiming to be a street nigga though. How? Adam knows he's claiming to be a street nigga. Like why? Like why would you assume that when he's claiming to be a street nigga? You got all these street niggas on your platform. For what reason? Like why? He know he can make money off of them. That's why.
The aura of danger around him is such that that's really going to hook people and get them interested. And we're seeing that right now. Really, if I had a suggestion for Brick, if he gets out tomorrow, I'm gonna say, let's get a video guy, let's get in the studio, let's drop music right now.
1000%.
Because realistically, having this aura of danger and criminality around you is going to be massively beneficial to people paying attention.
Now he want to start making music and shit. Get out of here. You've been sitting on your platform talking all this criminal shit all this time. Now the feds done picked you up. Now you want to switch the whole. Nah, we ain't falling for that.
To your music or whatever you're trying to monetize. So, I mean, number one, all those statements were said on live. So yeah, we could have cut it out, which would have basically meant that everybody besides us was able to monetize it. Or we could have,
Is that more important?
So it's content over everything.
I mean, it's gonna happen either way. So.
But the thing is, if you read Brick's indictment, you'll see, and I'm not telling you to because I know you.
But he's not being accused of anything like that.
That's what I was trying to get to. So literally, like he had an AK case from 2023. It's got nothing to do with anything he said on a podcast. He's not a part of that RICO with Big U and them. He's not listed as a defendant.
Yeah, I saw that.
On that
yeah, seen all that.
There's nothing that he said. Now, what you're saying, what Masai said, like, oh, it could be used against you in court, potentially as a character witness, but I think that could easily be dismissed considering you're an entertainer for a living, and your persona is based on having this, street image, which these statements do nothing but substantiate. It's got nothing.
I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody come on here and they say what they say, that's coming out that person's mouth.
And even if Brick had never been on a podcast, you could just listen to his music and say, look at all the shit that he said. It's basically him declaring himself a killer.
I mean, yeah, his music's way gnarlier than anything.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like, let's say tomorrow Brick gets hit with another indictment, and it's like, oh, we think Brick maybe killed these 4 people. I mean, the music is then going to be the Traplo Ross documentary is going to be crazy because Brick talks like he's the best man who's ever walked the West Coast in his music.
Swamp Story,
and that's what he's supposed to do.
Swamp Stories has a whole video calling him. You feel me? You feel me? The Crip serial killer, whatever they call him.
And I mean, people want to blame you, which I think again, you asking certain questions could be looked at as fetish. But at the end of the day, these people are coming up here to give these stories, to give this behind the scenes information because they want to go viral. They want the clout. So at the end of the day, if you're willing to take the risk of sitting behind bars or being unalived or whatever the case is for clout, then that's on you, right? Like at the end of the day, I could pass out the poison all day. It's up to the people on the other side to take it. So if they're going to come on here and they're going to do that, that's on them.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's how
I feel about it. Even though
y'all keep saying if they come on here and do that, that's on them. But he's claiming to be friends with these people. It's a setup. It's a whole setup. And if I was y'all, I would not go on no jumper. I wouldn't be nowhere around Adam 22. He got the feds on him. So we gonna leave that there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Y'all go back and watch my previous videos. I said this was going to happen, and this is what's going on right now. Let's see. Your boy old Charlamagne the God. Let's get into him. This is weird. This is weird behavior from a grown man. This is not even a man at this point in time. Like, doing shit like this is weird. As a grown man, like, why are you doing something like this though? Okay, we're not gonna play that no more. But Charlamagne the God then been on the Breakfast Club, him and Envy, DJ Envy. They done had some suspect moments. And for him to do that right there just proves it. No grown man gonna sit up here and do that. I don't care what setting, what scene. Ain't no grown man gonna do something like that. I just wanted to tap into that to show the people that these are the type of people that they try to use as influencers. Because he's part of the Black Excellence crew. But how can you be doing something like this as a grown man? I don't know, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. I'm gonna get into the LeBron James situation, him and Stephen A.
Yeah. Which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah, we're watching it. I mean, we're all seeing it. Oh yeah, you're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. Since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
You will be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players.
And I respect that as a man. He's saying he protecting his household. But we got to ask, well, he would have did the same thing if that was Skip Bayless. He would have did the same thing if that was Skip. That was old Skip.
I think a lot of the media, including him, I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about it. Oh my God! He's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer.
Like, when have we seen LeBron like this, though? That's crazy, though. Shout out to LeBron. When have we seen LeBron like this, really, though? Like, for real, for real. If you don't watch, what's that? He got the little barbershop setting with his little podcast.
There and his tiny whiteies on the couch. I hope at some point you two do get a like. But you're right.
Like, dude, like, relax, bro. Like, relax. Like, seriously. What do you make of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that situation?
I thought it was weak. I thought it was some bullshit. But in the moment, I knew that I was listening to a father. Here's what happened. I'm represented by William Morris Endeavor. The founder of William Morris Endeavor, Ari Emanuel.
You really think you would have did that skip? You think you would have did that skip?
He had Larry David with him, star of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm sitting with them. Get there in the first quarter. I'm sitting.
Hey, I appreciate you in here watching, though. I appreciate that. Man, that's love, though. Knowing you in here watching. But in the moment, Stephen A. was scared. Nah, he was. You know, he was shaking in his boots. Stephen A. was shaking in them boots.
And I stand up, and then I got my head turned. And then I turned back around, and a lot of people thought this was the end of the game or something like that. That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
The reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. Then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else sending me that this thing had gone viral. So ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was.
I respect that. As the father, I would have did the same thing, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's a point where you can't cross the line. So there's boundaries with that. But yeah, shout out to old Stephen A. Crackney Smith. LeBron did what he's supposed to do as a father. Let's get into this Donald Trump. I really don't understand this, but it's comedy to me right now. This is just funny the way this man is able to say and do the things he's doing. But we'll see if it really become true.
No, but I took care of them. I said I was going to, and I did. Is there any talk of, because they lost opportunity, they lost income, any kind of compensation fund? Well, there's talk about that. There are a lot of people talk about it. A lot of the people that are in government now talk about it because a lot of the people in government really like that group of people. They were patriots as far as I was concerned. I talk about them a lot. They were treated very unfairly. You know, the thing they show is they show a group of 1,000, whatever it may have been, 1,500 people down. What they don't show, you never see the crowd that day. It was the biggest crowd I've ever spoken before. It went all the way to the Washington Monument. It was so wide. You virtually couldn't see anything else but people. They never show that. Whether it was 1 million people or less than 1 million, I don't know what it was, but you know, I see Bernie Sanders has a few people out there. They say, "Oh, the crowd is so big." They don't talk about the crowds, but a group of people went down there peacefully and patriotically. Remember that, you know.
Like, we as the people got to look at it. Like, that made us look weak. Like, that made the U.S. look weak, that people could storm the Capitol like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know who sent that call out, who orchestrated that. They saying Trump did it. We don't know for sure, but what I'm saying is that makes us look weak to other countries. Like, how can your own people storm? Like, man, it's deeper than that type shit, man. It's deeper than what people really think it is. Forget Trump. Like, who really made the call? Like, we all saying Trump did it, but who really made the call, though? There were no police out there. I've seen about 4 or 5 cops, but that makes us look weak. For real, that make us look weak. But Trump got a lot going on right now. A lot of stuff that he was pushing, talking about he's signing this and signing that. Supreme Court, they're rejecting that. So I don't know. Eggs is damn near $10. So will we still be crying when a loaf of bread is the same thing, or will we stand up and do something? Stop voting these same people into office. That's the problem. We keep voting the same people into office. Like that, we got to stop that. We need somebody that's going to be in the office for the people. Like, that's what it's about, for the people. If you don't come from where we come from, you don't understand what we're going through. That's what it's about. Yeah, we can go to our local, but it ain't all that. Them state officials, they grimy. They all about the bag. They don't care about the people because they don't live where the people live that's going through what they're going through. Like, I don't want to have to pay $10 for a loaf of bread. Yeah, we can make more money, but come on now, enough is enough. We getting played on. Like, a loaf of bread shouldn't be $10. I'm just saying, if it get there. A carton of eggs shouldn't be $10. But we as the people, we continue to run the system because we get up every day, go to work. We go in the grocery stores. We pay taxes on the water. We go to the gas station. Just think about if they put taxes on gas. Like, everybody gonna have something to say, right? Like, nah, like, it's a way. It's about how the government is set up. Like, it's set up for the people to be controlled so they can run the system. Just imagine if we all had our own business and it wasn't no money being contributed to the system. We all had our own business. So everybody had their own business and the money kept circulating around with everybody and it wasn't touching the system. You create your own goods. You make your own products. But then you have to think about it. Where would you get the materials to do that? See, they set the system up all type of ways for us to have to be a part of the system. That's what people don't realize, though. Until the system gets destroyed, which it'll never happen because you got people that don't. You got somebody that just bought a Benz right now that work for, I'd say, a government job. We ain't just gonna say government. They could be working for any type of job. You think they want to stop working that job so they can not pay off that? No, they got to pay that Benz off. So they're gonna keep going to work and they're gonna keep the system going. We have to make money some way, somehow, but have a mindset of thinking on your own. Just what if it wasn't no companies to work for and nothing like that? How would you eat? How would you survive? Like, people don't look at it like that. The same way the government can feed you, they could take the money out of your mouths. People don't look at it. We got homeless people that's struggling out here. We got veterans that's struggling out here. But we keep going in a recession. They keep talking about that the government is broke, but they the ones that print up the money. They print up the money. So how can they be broke if they print up the money? You got to think about that. It don't make sense. So it's all about control. So it don't matter who they put the power in the hands of. People think Trump got power. Trump don't got power like that. He's just the face of everything. Trump just trying to humiliate everybody that tried to make him look bad. That's all it is. And everybody is so emotional about what he's doing when they should be focusing on what we're going through. And we've been going through this for decades. That's the problem. It don't matter who gets in that seat. We will still go through the same thing. It don't matter if Kamala got in that seat or whatever her name is. We would have still been going through the same thing. Nothing has changed for the people. That's why I say it's about getting your money, getting your bag up, and taking care of your family. Don't get caught up in this political stuff because it don't got nothing to do with us. Because if it did, then people would be thinking about what we really going through. People ain't thinking about what we're really going through. They concerned about this man saying he's a racist and he's that and third. You got people that live next door to you that's a racist. but they mind their business and you should mind your business. But people don't understand that. People got to go back and forth. It's like, it's funny at the end of the day because we supposed to be concerned about the people, but people concerned about this man right here. They keep talking about this man when they don't understand that it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. This is out of our hands. We can't do nothing about this. It don't matter if we vote and do this and vote and do that. They putting the people they want in that position, in that seat to be there so they can cause a distraction to the people. Why you think it's a red and a blue? You got to have people against each other. Why you think you got Buddhism, Baptism, Christianity? You got all that because they got to have people against each other. That's what it's about out here. They make money off of that. And for us to be blacks, we should have been woke up and seen that they've been making money off of us. We don't got nothing to do with this man right here. People keep using what he doing, saying, oh, he trying to bring back slavery and stuff like that. We've been going through we've been going through that. It's a mental thing now. That's why I said we are being controlled. Get up and go to this job. You got to go to this job. You got to work here 7 to 3:30. You got to go to that job and work that job. They telling you got it. That's being controlled. You know how many people that sit at home and make money and do what they want to do freely? Running their own business. But it's a system that got to be ran. So it got to be people that got to run that system. People don't understand it. Stop worrying about this man right here, the orange man. Y'all call him the orange man with the newborn hatch baby bird hair having. Like, I don't like the man. Like, I don't like him. Like, you know, when it comes down to it, because of the stuff, he's just so arrogant, you know? And that's why he where he at now, because he can say what he want to say and he can get away with it. But the thing about it is, we got to look past what he's saying. We got to look past all that, because at the end of the day, I keep stating the same thing. It don't matter who got in that seat. We still going to go through what we've been going through. Police brutality. We still going to go through that. All these killings in Chicago, not just in Chicago. You got Detroit, LA, all these different cities. You got, why? I'm going to go back to it. Why is eggs so high? Why is eggs almost $10? Let's talk about it. Why do gas keep changing? Like the prices of gas keep changing, like up and down, up and down. But it's not at a steady pace where a working person can afford to go to work, come back home, take care of their daily routines, and still be able to have money to do what they need to do for the family. Like, why are we not talking about that? But people Trump is this and Trump. No, let's talk about the real things that need to be talked about. And people are not talking about that. They saying this man is turning the country upside down. The country been upside down. We never been right. We never been on a straightforward path. You know how many people been struggling? People were struggling before Trump got in the office. I'm talking about the first term. Before he got into the office the first term, people were struggling. People thought Obama was going to make everything right for us. What did he say? Change. He said he was making change or whatever that was. Like, they got you so hyped up when the person the same color of your skin was getting in the office, the same way they tried to do with Kamala, but we didn't vote her in. She wasn't voted in. See, that's the thing about it. We got to look past all the emotional, and we got to look past all the color of the skin. We got to stop using our skin as a token. We got to stop doing that. It's not back in the day no more. We got to get off our ass, get off our shoulders, and we got to make something happen. We got to make something happen. Stop looking at it like black versus white. It's not about that no more. We got to leave it alone. Just because they pushing that agenda, we as people don't got to push that agenda. That's the problem out here. So racism never ended. It never ended. Slavery never ended. We still going through it. All they did was turn us against each other. Why are they painting Nazi symbols on people's cribs that say they voted for Trump? Like, why are y'all doing that? I'm not a Nazi. Why would you write that on my garage? Why would you spray paint that on my car? Like, why? You got people out here that's really gonna end up getting hurt, and the Democratic Party is pushing this. They pushing this. It's sad. And we as people, we've been going through this for decades, but it's just only getting worse and worse as time go on. That's it. Ain't nothing changing. Ain't nothing getting better. Everybody want to talk, say this and say that. I tell people, get your money and take care of your family. That's what it's about. Because when all goes down, when all falls down, see, the trumpet is blown. That's why Trump in office. The trumpet is blown. So everything that's been going on is about to get exposed. That's what's going on right now. People don't understand that. And when everything falls down, it's going to come down to you taking care of your family, surviving, trying to figure out how you're going to make it. Like, that's what it's going to fall down to. Where you going to get this from? How you going to get food? How you going to get that? People not looking at it like that. All they keep worrying about is this man right here, instead of just focusing on what they've been focusing on for the last couple decades, because we've been going through the same shit. It's about survival out here. If you don't know that by now, it's over with for all the. See, people think it's party time. Everybody want to party. Then you got people want to have these little debates going back and forth, thinking they know everything. It's not about that. You got to pay attention to what's in front of you. Yeah, Trump doing what he's doing, but you got to understand, if y'all saying that these are the end times, why not try to say, okay, let me forget and put aside all the bullshit, and let me make my money and take care of my family. Because without money, it's nothing out. You would not be able to survive out here right now. Even though the dollar is collapsing, but at the end of the day, that's how we as Americans are surviving. At the end of the day, leave this man. Let him do what he do. Let him do what he do. Because it ain't like we ain't been getting fucked over for the last couple of decades. We've been getting fucked over. So whatever this man gonna do, what can we say as people to try to stop that? We can't say nothing. It's out of our hands. But people still want to complain. Let this man do what he's doing. Take care of your family. Make your money and take care of your family. That's it. That's all. That's all you can do. We keep complaining, but at the end of the day, it's out of our hands. I keep telling people, it don't matter who would have got in that seat, we'd have still been going through the same thing. Probably be even worse. You never know. You never know. But like I said, we as the people, it's not that we gullible, we've been given something consistently that we just adapted to it. And we gotta break that cycle. We gotta break that cycle. The government is feeding so many people and they're comfortable with that. They're comfortable with that. When me as a working man got to get up and go make my own, but there's people that's able to get up and go get it, but they rather get it from the government. How's that right? Did that make sense? But it's a lot of things that we've been letting get swept under the rug that's being brought to the forefront. So people got to pay attention to that. People really got to pay attention to that. Like I said, I don't know like what made people really start hating this man, but I just can't. I don't like him because of how he's just so arrogant and bold to say what he say. But at the end of the day, shit, I know motherfucker probably don't like me because shit, I probably got dreads. Like I don't like that. He got dreads, but hey, at the end of the day, shit, that's how this world is. Shit, but we can't put our feelings over paying attention to reality, though. That's the problem. People putting their feelings involved in all this political shit when we got to pay attention to reality. Like they making decisions on our life. Like literally, they making decisions on our life. And they've been doing this for decades. How we eat, what type of laws can be passed in our states and stuff like that. Like, man, like, come on, man. Like we don't got no say so when we the ones got to wake up every day and drive on these roads, go into these stores, interact with the police, all that type of stuff, pay taxes. We the ones got to do that. Why we don't got no say so on how we pay taxes? Like, come on now. We the ones that's contributing to all this. Like, It's a lot though, but people don't want to hear about this. That's the problem. People don't want to talk about real life activity. They think partying and buying all this materialistic shit is real life activity. When what if we didn't have none of that shit? What if it wasn't no internet? We wouldn't even, I couldn't even interact with y'all like this. Like, how would I be? I would have to hold meetings and stand up on the podium and talk and shit. Like, nah, but like, this is serious though. Like, we got to put aside this orange man right here. Let him do what he do. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of his stuff is getting pushed back by the Supreme Court. So a lot of people just got to chill, relax, stop getting their panties in a bunch. And like I said, just take care of your family. Make your money the best way you can and take care of your family. That's it. That's all. Let's see. But let's get into this Marvin Sap, man. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Marvin Sap been lost.
And they understand the call.
And he telling these people they can't leave until they all give up a donation. He told the ushers to lock the door. Listen to what this man's saying.
That is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
They just laugh. Like, how's that funny?
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sap, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws.
Like, he want to go in your pockets, but be funny at the same time to make it a distraction. Like, he going in your pockets. Like, he trying to get in that pocket. Like, he telling them ladies, open that purse up. We know you got that $20 in there. But he trying to be a comedian at the same time. Like, that's why I said we've been getting played all this time as people. We just been getting played. Our grandmothers and our great-great-grandmother, they been getting played. Like, look at this. Where's this money going, Mr. Sap? Where's this money going?
I wasn't cheap. That's swag. I was looking at her eyes. She's looking in mine. Can't do that no more.
But what about the people that can't afford to give up the $20? What if the people that's sitting in the crowd, they need some healing, or they going through it, they lights about to get cut off? Like, how can they afford to give you $20? And there's some people in the crowd that's like that, knowing that the rent due, rent late, but they still finna give up that $20. Like, watch this man finna go in his pocketbook and give up. Like, this is sad.
Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
It costs to sit up there. That right there just don't even make sense to me. What are we doing? It's 2025 and it's people still gullible. That's why I said we as people, we gullible. That's why the government get to play on us. Because look at this.
Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly,
that's crazy.
I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and get it because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the.
Wait a minute.
Take your phone and stick it on the.
Hold on. So even if you don't got cash on you, you can Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App. This is like everybody plays a fool sometimes. No, Sap. He better hope they don't catch him after the congregation is over with. Wait a minute, Sap. Look at him. He Peeling them 20s back. I see.
Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Giving is worship. Why y'all don't give out no diapers, give out no clothes, no shoes to the congregation, to the people that need it? Why don't you ask the people, man, what's going on? You need your lights paid? I can help you out. Like, y'all asking from the people when y'all should be giving to the people. And it ain't even got to be materialistic shit. Like, these, like, what are we doing? Like, this is crazy. It is 2025 and we are still going through this.
Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000.
How you gonna say 1,000 people need to give $20? This is sad.
You give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
40 grand.
That's it.
So just imagine. You get these same people in the room 2 times a week. Come on, man. For a whole year, and you tell them the same script. You got to give up $20. Man. I don't know what the world coming to, but this is sad, though. Sap a fool. Here go y'all president right here.
And this is very modest. And what we're going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States. If they're made in the United States, it's absolutely no tariff. We start off with a 2.5% base, which is what we were at. And we go to 25%. And basically, as you know, and as you've been saying, not reporting as accurately as it should be reported because it's a massive story. Business is coming back to the United States so that they don't have to pay tariffs. And I think, and this is very modest. And what we're going to be doing is, no matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman. And that's why last month I proudly signed a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports, and it was very popular and very.
Now, I can understand that because it was a girl that caught a, was it a brain aneurysm? She was wrestling another, it was a boxer and then there was a wrestler. The girl was wrestling a transgender and she died. And then it was a girl that was a boxer. She caught a brain aneurysm because she was fighting transgender. I don't want my daughter wrestling no transgender. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So it's a lot of stuff like this that need to be spoke upon. Don't teach my kids none of this in school. Like, this is way above. Nah, they need to be learning their ABCs, how to write in cursive, you know what I'm saying, coding and stuff like that. Not learning about gender and how they can change their sex life. They shouldn't even know nothing about sex life. Like, that's the crazy part about it. All they should know is boy and girl. That's it. All this that they're trying to push on these kids is crazy. And this one thing I do like that Trump and Elon Musk is fighting for, because you don't want this in the school with your kids. I've seen a lot of videos where parents, especially on Facebook, they exposing these schools. They sending home letters with these kids, and they want the parents to sign off on, is it okay for your child to do this? Is it okay for your child to read about this? But like, why would you even put that in school, promoting that to these kids? Like, that's sad. Like, they trying to tap into the kids, and as they get older, they can be able to control them. Like, kids that go that route, just imagine, like he just said, no matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject in your body, as these kids get older, that's what they're going to start doing to transform into that. Like, why would you want your child to be that way? Like, man, we live in a fucked up society. It's 2025, and I can imagine how worse this is about to get, especially if this man got a second term in the office, if he got a second term in office, I feel like it's gonna go to the route where they're gonna start letting celebrities do that. Like it's gonna get sad for the people because I feel like this is a slap in the face. It would have been a worse slap in the face if they gave us Kamala, because it's like that's 2 times in a row. You gave us Obama and nothing really happened. Like let's talk about like what really happened. Like, ain't nothing changed out here. Because if something really changed, don't you think Obama still would be in office if he really made a difference? Ain't nobody that's getting put in office is making a difference. Everybody that's getting put in office, it's you either get a 4-year term or you better be lucky if you get another year in this. Another 4 years in office. Like common sense would say to the people, like, why wouldn't we get somebody that's stable to be in office to control everything and do things the way it's supposed to be done, especially for the people? Why it got to be a person 4-year term here, then we got to vote for somebody else? Then like, no, that's just like a person that keeps switching jobs. Like, what type of shit? You keep switching jobs? Like, no, that don't look good on your resume. Like, how that look good for the people? Like, that don't look good for the people that we got to keep switching people every 4 years. Like, nah, that don't, nah, man. Like, and that's what people not realizing. So all this trying to call this man out, write Nazi sticks and stuff on Elon Musk offices and cars like that. Like, let's be real about what's really going on. We fucked as people. We fucked as people. They not putting nobody in office that's really gonna do something for the people. I don't want to hear about, oh, they did this for this people. No. How we still got people that struggle? I know people that was I was out to breakfast by myself, and it was people, elderly folks, and they're complaining about Medicaid and healthcare, all that. Like, so ain't nothing, They ain't did nothing for the people. It don't matter who get in the office. They're not gonna do nothing for the people. It's all about control. And it's people above Trump that got this. Man, hey, Indiana turning up tonight. I'm sorry, live. What the hell? They sent the whole force down there. Yeah. But no, like I said, this is something that people should talk about more in the household instead of trying to be against each other and say, oh, you voted for Trump or you like Trump because you saying it. No, it's not about that. It's about right and wrong, and it's about the differences when it comes down to us as people. Like, us as people, we've been going through what we've been going through for too long, and the same people they keep putting in these seats ain't showing no difference. We still going through what we're going through. They talk a lot of talk, but they not showing the people nothing. They're not showing the people nothing. When Obama was in office, what can we honestly say he made a change doing? Like, let's talk about it. What did he make a change doing? That's why I say that was a slap in the face to us as people. And I'm talking about our own people. Forget the world. Like, you didn't do nothing for your own people. Like, come on now. Like, nah, we not. And people keep saying, oh, it ain't about just us. No, we've been going through what we've been going through for all these years. Like, stop it. If they can make a dime off of our backs, we should be getting repaid. We should be getting repaid, because this right here, this is gold right here. And people don't even realize that. This is gold. They've been using us. Come on, man. Like, stop it. Like, stop it. Like, we can't keep using black and white. We can't keep using black and white. We can't keep saying this is the reason why this is that. No, we have to understand that this is part of the system. And as long as we fall along with what they got going on, we will always be going through what we're going through. When they try to use this color our skin as, oh, we're gonna use this to get these people to, nah, stop. No, we know the truth, but a lot of people want to party and bullshit. That's the problem. Everybody want to party and bullshit. That's why me talking about what I'm talking about right now, I guarantee you it's been so many people that came in here, and once they heard what I was saying, they left out. But it's like, at the end of the day, that's why our people will always be going through what we going through. You know how many other other races that's striving. They literally striving. Look at the Mexicans. You can't play with the Mexicans. Look at the Chinese, the Asians. They stick together. Us as blacks, we got to go against each other. Oh, you like Trump. Don't come in my house. You like Trump. Do you know it was wives that literally made their husbands sleep on the couch or leave because they was into Trump, or they said certain things that Trump said was kind of, you know what I'm saying, on the up and up? Like, we shouldn't be putting our people against each other. And that's why we got to stop being emotional about all this. Why we can't, the same feelings that we got about this man Trump, where y'all got about Trump, put that into something else. Put that into, why are these kids getting murdered in Chicago like that? Put it into, damn, why the fuck is food so fucking high? Put it into something like that. Put it into, why is this music that they promoting? Just think about where I'm going with this. The music that they promoting is making these kids do what they doing. But we not putting our feelings into that. Y'all want to talk about Trump. There's so much other shit to talk about than this nigga right here. There's so much other shit to talk about than this shit right here. Let's talk about all these missing kids. Ain't nobody talking about the missing kids and nothing like that. Everybody want to talk about Trump though. Oh, he's fucking up the country, and the country been fucked. We been fucked. That's why other countries was doing what they was doing to us and treating us the way they treating us. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about all these elderly people that got to pay for medication. Let's talk about that. Veterans that got to come over here and deal with the bullshit when they didn't went through what they went through fighting for the country. Y'all don't want to talk about that though. Come on, man. Like miss me with the bullshit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Trump is the least of our problems. This nigga is just the face of this shit. He the least of the problems. Country been fucked up. We paying for taxes. People don't even know that it's a cap on taxes for the year. People don't even know that. You overpaying taxes for the whole year because there's a cap on taxes. People don't even know that. People so thirsty to say this and say that, but don't even understand the ins and outs of what's really going on. I don't know everything about what's going on, but I'm learning as the days go by. That's what it's about. Learning and earning. When you wake up, it's about learning and earning. If you don't learn nothing about your surroundings, what you going through, anything that got something to do with you, if you ain't learning about that, you just waking up, just waking up. So I said we argue about bullshit and we try to down each other. We try to make ourselves look like we better than the next person. That's why I just said I don't know everything. I'm learning. And by me seeing the way the world is being ran, that's letting me know that we don't have a say-so in this fight. So why the fuck is we speaking? We don't have a say-so. We don't have a say-so in this. People keep saying vote, vote, vote. No, we don't have a say-so. It don't matter who gets in the seat. We will always be fucked as a people. You just got certain people that's in these positions that's up here. They don't got to deal with the problems that the people down here going through. That's why people telling people, oh, you got to make more money. That's true. Make more money, but you got to ask a question like, why the fuck are we making more money to pay $10 for a loaf of bread or $10 for some eggs? Like, why? That don't make sense. And that's when I started to realize we getting played on as a people. We getting played on. Our government's supposed to be for us, but they not for us. We should realize that by now. We should realize that by now. But we as a people, we so caught up with materialistic shit. We so caught up with all these celebrities and what they got going on when it should be just about taking care of your family. Make your money and take care of your family. Don't worry about what somebody else got going on. Don't worry about that. Everybody worry about the next person. Everybody worry about the next person. You got to get the mics because they saying they getting the mics. It ain't because you like the mics or nothing like that. You got to fit in. You got to get that Gucci bag because you see everybody else buying the Gucci bag. So you got to fit in. That's what it's about out here. They didn't condition people to be so stupid and gullible that they fall for anything. Just like the we're not gonna say the name of it, but just like the jab, when everybody had to take the jab, everybody was so gullible. Like I said, you got people that purchased the new Benz right around the time that they told people they had to take the jab. You think they wasn't gonna take that jab to keep their job? What's more important, your health? What's more important, your health or this goddamn job? Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, what's more important? It ain't we trying to keep people safe and not being sick. As you can see, the world is sick as fuck right now. So what did that do? How did that help? Come on now, like, man, enough is enough. When are we gonna wake up and realize we getting played on as a people? Do people understand that when you wake up every day, it's a movie? That's what it is. When you step out your door, it's a movie. Action. When you look at the news, you watch all these social media sites, even sports, it's a movie. It's all being played in front of you, and people not even depicting how the movie is contributing to our life and how it's showing us that we going through some shit that we don't even supposed to be going through. Let's just be honest with you. You got LeBron James, black man. We ain't never seen nothing, heard nothing bad about LeBron. Nothing. He ain't got a smudge on his name. When have we ever, like, nobody's perfect. And this is not to tear this black man down, but nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Ain't nothing perfect. They didn't make cars that they had to put a recall on because it was something wrong with the cars. When you go outside and you see perfect clouds in the sky, and then all of a sudden it's about to storm and you see, like, nothing is perfect out here. So how come this black man, he ain't got a smudge on his name. He ain't got called out for cheating. He ain't got no parking ticket. He ain't run a red light camera. They ain't say LeBron got too drunk and he threw up. Like, they ain't said nothing like that. You got to question things like that. See, they give us our entertainment. See, people not even paying attention to it. They give us what they want us to be happy, and they give us people that they want us to look up to. This is not to put a smudge on LeBron or nothing like that. This is just speaking facts. This is speaking real. All these entertainers, they pick these people for us to like. They pick the sexy reds, the Lottos, the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's. They pick them because they know, oh, okay, yeah, this is the route we're gonna take, because they want to give off that energy to the people. LeBron James, he put his child in that fire for Stephen A. Smith to come after him like that, because LeBron said out his own mouth, Bronny was better than half of the people in the league. So just like LeVar Ball did the same thing with his boys, people wanted to see. They wanted to see that. They wanted to see everything LeBron was saying. They wanted to see that action. So when Bronny got in the league, oh, trash. He ain't doing what LeBron said. Trash. So you can't get mad at people for saying what they were saying. It wasn't people was hating on Bronny. It ain't people hating on the black man. It's people speaking the truth. Basketball ain't basketball no more. All this shit is we gonna make money off the backs of LeBron and Bronny. That's what it is. You know how many other talented players that's in the league that's not getting no type of exposure like that? No exposure like that. My nigga Shea Alexander, he's up there now with Wilt. He's up there with Wilt now. But it's not getting no exposure like that because everything that's been talked about is Bronny and LeBron. If it ain't the Lakers doing something, either LeBron them just lost by 10, 15 points. Oh, LeBron them on a 2-3 game winning streak. Oh, Bronny just did this. We not giving no exposure to nobody else? Nobody else? That's all I'm saying. Like, let's talk about it. But it's all about who we like, though. And they choose the people to give to us to like. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what it's about. You can't say nothing about LeBron. You can't say nothing about LeBron. You get chewed up talking about LeBron. That's a black man. You hating on a black. That's not hate. When you just speaking the truth, have that hate when you speaking the truth. That's not hate. I don't know. But a lot of this, it stems from, like I said, it's control. And we as people been controlled, and they know that we're gullible, so they can control us with anything. When they came out with them Popeye chicken sandwiches and you had people lined up a block like it was a crack house, like that's when I knew we fucked as people. We fucked as people. That's something really to think about. And people not even see that was just a play on the people. When they knew that they can get you to stand out there to get chicken sandwiches, you're gonna wait in the line for a damn chicken sandwich. Right after that, they sprung the jab on people. They wanted people to get the jab. They knew y'all was gullible. Now you got all these people that took the jab that's got all these complications. People getting sick back to back. Man, people in and out the hospital. People saying like, man, I ain't never been this sick. I normally don't get this sick. And you wonder why. But that's the world we live in. When your own government pushes something on the people when it should be your choice. Your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. But hey, I don't know what to say, man. Like I said, I tell it like it is. I don't care if I get criticized for what I'm saying, but I just speak the truth on shit. Like I see what I see and I call it out. A bunch of bullshit. All this shit with Trump. Look at all the flags in the back of Trump. All this shit is bullshit, man. This country ain't represent none that it's saying. That national anthem and all that bullshit. Like we ain't like, man, when I was a kid, I knew this country wasn't standing on nothing because like look at the shit that we going through. Now they saying they got Trump and his administration on some type of call or whatever, leaking out or talking about like what they say personal information. Like I don't know what type of information it was, classified information. Like, come on, man. Like, man, what are we doing? Now you're gonna have a bunch of people. Oh, Trump, they doing this, they shady. They like, man, bro, like, I don't know. It get to the point where we as people got to look at it like this fight don't got nothing to do with us. So we got to leave it alone. Our fight is our family, making sure our family's straight, taking care of our peoples. Like, that's it. If you ain't doing that, like, your nose shouldn't be in nothing else. That's the problem with the American people. We put our nose in business that don't got nothing to do with us. Our nose is always in somebody else's business. That's the problem. Like, keep your nose in your own shit. Like, man, mind yours. That's what I'm gonna get a shirt that say mind yours, because I ain't nowhere in the world y'all got this much hate over this man like this when we've been fucked as people all these decades. We've been fucked, man. Y'all ain't see how shit was rising, like prices was going up, things was changing. Terror attacks was happening more and more. Like this shit was going on before Trump. Like all this been going on. But y'all want to point him out as the racist. Y'all want to say he's a racist. He's going to bring back slavery. Y'all don't even get it, man. Y'all do not get it. But let's see what else they talking about on here, man. I done spent too much time about Trump ass. What else? What was it, Diddy? Like, look at this. Like, we ain't even get into Diddy. I'm tired of talking about negative shit. Let's talk about something positive.
Is it coming?
This is Rich the Kid. This is a black young man. He's a musician. I'm gonna say a musician because he make all type of music, but he's investing in Section 8 housing and furthering his real estate education. Why we can't teach this? Let's talk about it. You got Steve Harvey. You got Oprah Winfrey. Let's name some top people. Who else we got? Gail. Who else? We got a lot of these. DL Hughley. We got a lot of them. Why they don't come back to the inner cities and teach people how to get to where they at? Why? They shouldn't be talking about nothing political. Don't get on your platform talking about nothing political if it ain't about helping the people. We don't want to hear about your take on why you don't like Trump. We don't want to hear about that. If you ain't trying to help the people, shut up. You got a platform that's supposed to help the people. Steve Harvey got a morning show, as well as I think DL Hughley. But why y'all ain't talking about nothing that's positive? Why y'all on there talking about everything negative that got to do with Trump? Why y'all on there laughing and joking? Ain't nothing funny. Like, what's funny about we got to wake up and go through what we got to go through for these 24 hours, knowing that gas is high, food is high, we paying taxes on water. Like, come on, man. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Oprah Winfrey get on her platform. She tried to do what she did, but why you can't come back and teach people how to get to where you at instead of worrying about Donald Trump? Like, why are we worried about Donald? Let's talk about it. But let's get into Rich the Kid, man. I done did too much talking on that. I'm sorry.
I had to be a little bit. We're talking about some Section 8 today.
Salute, young black man.
So this is the result of 8 years of buying about 750 Section 8 rental properties in 4 states. So basically, the federal government guarantees your rental income every single month, right? That's the most important part of the whole Section 8. Most people, they rent properties or Airbnbs, their rent's not guaranteed. So like they have another pandemic, another COVID happens, guess what? Like those people can't pay their rent because they lost their jobs, if a recession or something else terrible happens, then it just makes it very difficult. Guys, I'm here with Rich the Kid, showing him how to buy his first 10 Section 8 rental properties. We already identified these units. The goal is by the end of the year to get him 100 properties, generating about $100,000 per month in Section 8 guaranteed rental income, about $1.2 million per year.
a month is crazy.
You rappers follow what I do. There's enough chains and rings and things.
Yeah, the chains, the cars, all that stuff is cool, but it's not generational wealth.
We're working on generational wealth.
I appreciate it.
That's great. Salute, young king. Salute. What else? What else? She said something about the military. What'd she say? People wait in lines for Jordans. That's my point exactly. People are so gullible. That's all I was pointing out. People gullible. Let's read some more comments. If that information was given to the wrong people, our military people could have been killed. We have family and military overseas. That's the problem. You shouldn't have took your ass over there. You shouldn't have took your ass overseas. Fighting for a country that don't give a damn about you. That's my whole, I've been saying this the whole time. We shouldn't be over there. We fighting for a country that don't give a damn about you. You lose a leg, you come home, you're going to get bullshit treatment. Cut it out. That's what I said. Gossip. What type of gossip, though? The people up top create the problems that the people in the middle and the bottom have. Why must we question him if y'all all didn't click on gossip and make it go viral? What type of gossip? There's no gossip that LeBron name has been spewed in because LeBron never, it's nothing. Only thing people can bring up is about the Bronny tape. Everybody said what they said about the Bronny tape. That's the truth. Bronny wasn't ready for the NBA. Bronny wasn't ready for the NBA. And a lot of people look at it like you hating on a black man. That's not hating on a black man. We just speaking the truth. The NBA is about talent. If you ain't got the talent, give the spot to the person that does have the talent. You work on your game and then you come into the NBA and show us what you got. Everybody want to keep saying, oh, good for LeBron, this, that, and the third. As a black man, you and your son being in the same area together as far as working, yeah, that's a good thing. But the way he got it, it ain't honorable. That's the thing. It ain't honorable. Like that's not. We're not doing that. No, we're not gonna do that. If you notice these rich white men that hire their kids into their companies when they got Fortune 500 companies, they kids be not seen. You will never know that they kids work for the company. Like you will never know. Like this it's deeper than what people think it is. And for all these people that's trying to say that we hating on a black man, that's sad because when will we put it past it and just say that's a father? When will we put it past it and just say that's a father? I don't like the fact that people saying you hating on a black man. When you just put it, why you just gonna say you hating on the father? Just say that. If you're gonna say that, don't say black man. Say you hating on the father. When I ain't doing neither one, but it said let's talk about Room, Musk, and team terminating the veteran benefits by the way of resources. Black people don't stick together. I can't be friends with you if you voted against my best interests and my future generations. Damn, G, so that's how serious it is. Wow. Whoa, it's that serious. So, damn. But just mind you, our future been fucked up though. Our future been fucked up. We can have a best interest in something, but the way this government set up, they don't give a fuck about our best interests. Like, wow, I wish I was reading these. I wish I was reading these comments, like for real. Like, that's crazy. But let's see what else in the news, man. Like I said, man, Trump, I said, oh wow, research video Kamala Harris shows her explaining how she was prohibited from texting during her time as VP amid Trump's administration, signaling controversy for the sake of security.
Here's my sad little grievance. Okay. And I'm going to play my little violin. Okay. I don't get to text anymore. I have all these things on my phone that prevent, for the sake of security. Yes. But I used to love our family group texts. Like when we would, it was everything. Like when Wordle first came out. Did you get the word? Yeah, or when, right? It was just, it was so good.
How often do you Uber Eats dinner to the White House? Do you Uber, or are you a DoorDash person? Don't tell me you're cooking all the time.
No, but we can't, for security reasons, I can't have deliveries.
These dumbass questions. She asking dumb questions, knowing that that's a security breach. Like why? They got in-house chefs. Whatever they want, they make for them. Just like room service. Whatever you want, they making for you. Like Keke Palmer doing too much. She doing too much.
You even get the people that Uber? None of the door. Oh, girl. But I do like to cook.
I don't cook that often because I don't have time.
I'm curious.
She eat rice and beans. That's all she eat, rice and beans. She ain't nothing else but rice and beans.
Do you get texts from you?
No, my phone has so many protections around it.
Can you give me those? You can.
It's called outreach, Stephen.
He telling her, man, tell your people stop texting our phone. Shit.
The story in the Atlantic that said that some of your top county officials and aides have been discussing very sensitive material through Signal and included in Atlantic report.
I'm not a big fan of the Atlantic. To me, it's a magazine that's going out of business. I think it's not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it. You're saying that they had what?
They were using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
The Houthis.
The Houthis, you mean the attack on the Houthis? Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective. I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time. Anybody else?
He said, man, shut that shit up, man. Next question. What you talking about? But yeah, this is our president right here, though, Donald J. Trump. 4 more years of his bullshit when we already went through it 4 years ago. It's just crazy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna end it on that note. I think I done did enough talking. But y'all like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate the people that came in and dipped out. Hopefully y'all hit that like button. If y'all don't, we ain't gonna hate on it. Shout out to my new subscribers. We the People TV. Gone.